Okay, we're still waiting for others, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's wait. 3 more. 3 more. Ash told me he will be late, but the others didn't tell me anything, so let's assume that they are in. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. 6 of you. Okay, so we start now. So you can open back your code pen. I think you can open your previous pen. How do you find your previous pen? Kan? You just open your profile, your work, and then your day 2 notes. I don't think we have a lot of things on day 2 note, so we will add it here, right? We will add it here because on the day 2 note last time, we only do function. We only do function last time. Okay, so there's another topic. A few more topics. There are other topics that was supposed to be covered last week. All right, but since all of you are tired, so I only do one topic. And then few more topics are the function, but first we have to go through array. Right? So I let you open your code pen first. I want to have a drink. Kejap. I forgot to get a drink, and then we continue. Okay, so the topics are array. Alright, so you know that array. So what is an array? Alright, an array is when you Syamil is not here. Syamil yang selalu okay. She will. I'm worried about Syamil because Syamil is the one that Sir and blurs ya. Tak ada lambat. That's it. Alright, apa? An array is a collection of, right? A collection of items, right? When we say a collection of items, it means that it's not only one item, it can be more than one item, right? So for example, let's say that I have to give you a markah, right? Scores. So I put an S. I give you your first week scores, for example, 50, 80, all right, 90, right, 60, 70, right? So I will just do 5 lah, right? So let's say that I have a variable. That variable is called scores. So this is how I create an array of numbers which is called scores. And then from here, right? From here, I will do console.log.scores.length, all right? ngth. So what that is mean here? How many items are there in your array? Right. So console.log scores.length. How many items are there in your array? I'm having the same problem, which is I cannot see my console on my knee. Do you see the result? Do you see anything? Do you see anything? You should see 5, huh? So the last thing on your thing should be 5. All right. So if you can confirm that, yes, I don't need to. I don't need to correct it lah. So yeah. If you see 5, then that's correct. If you don't see 5, because you confirm lah, you confirm it. If you see 5, then it's okay. All right. So now that's to get the how many items are there. Then retrieving, right? Retrieving item number X, right? When I put X here, so let's say that I want to retrieve the first item, right, which is 50. So an array start with an index 0. To retrieve the item, you will do scores and then index, right? Index. All right, so let's say that I want the first item, then I will do console.log scores 0, right? Because it starts with index 0. If I want to retrieve the first item, I don't put 1 here, right? I put 0, right? So that's why you see 50 there, right? Not you see 50, so you confirm to me that you see 50. All right, 50, confirm. To retrieve, right? So the index start from 0. So this is position. You see it first, right? But it's actually 0, right? The index is called 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So if you want to get the first item, then you put 0, right? If you want to get the second item, right, then you put 1. If you want the third item, you put 2, 3, and 4. All right, so it start with 0, then you have to count lah. All right, you want 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay, and then from here we will do a for loop. So for var I equals to 0, right, I is smaller than scores dot length I plus plus, right, to console dot logs scores I. So what does it mean? It means that go through the array, right, retrieve the value from the array, right, and then show it in the console, right? So that's what this does. Okay, got it, yeah? So go through the array, right? Retrieve the value from the array, right? Show it in the console. All right. Right. Okay, so you have one thing is create an array. How many items are there? All right, getting the items and then go through the items. So now I will do add an item. So add an item at the end of the array, right? So I will use push. So scores dot push 50, right? Then we do console dot log scores. Then I will see. Well, you should see 50 at the end of the array. Yeah? Correct. You should get that. Right. The end should be 50. Yeah. The end should be 50. Yep. Correct. The last item should be 50. The last item should be 50. You see your original array, and then 50 is added. Okay. And then remove the last item from an array. All right, you do scores dot push scores dot pop. All right, and you do console dot log scores. Then you see what is there. So console scores dot pop, and then you do console dot log scores. Okay. Okay. Yeah, correct. Because when you push you ni, when you push you specify when you push you add a number, all right, and then when you pop you always remove the last item, right? You always remove the last item. If you want to remove a part of an array, you use splice, right? Splice JavaScript. All right, so if you want to move a second part of the array, you use splice. So for example, I want to remove the first part, right, 80, right? So I do scores dot splice. I want to remove position one item, right? Position one, I want to remove one item. And I will console dot log scores, right? Check if you have one item. You have to specify one item. Yeah, we double check that. Scale this method, change the index, how many, correct? If set to 0, no item. Okay. I want to remove item at index 1, and I want to remove one item. ABC atas ni. Okay, the second one, you should check the second one is removed. So how do you verify? You check the second one is removed. If you follow me, 50, 90, 60, 70. Yeah. Correct, any part. So you need to specify the index. Index 1 and how many items. Correct. Index how many items. Index and how many items. Okay, so I hope you watch my video over the weekend, because if you didn't watch my video, then this will be hard for you. While waiting for Maghrib, alright, I hope you will not take that much time. While waiting for Maghrib, you are going to do this. Alright, we get back the slide. Alright, create a function min max average that will take an array as parameters, and it will return the smallest number within the array, the biggest number within the array, and the average of the number in the array. So let me rephrase. I think the English ni tak berapa betul. So create kita kena copy balik. Well, tak apa. Create a min max avg functions that will return, alright, the smallest number in an array, right? The largest number in the array, and then finally the average of all the numbers in the array. Okay, so that's the question. Just do day 2. Just do on day 2. I don't need to create a new exercise. The exam exercise, normally you create a new pen. When I say the exam exercise, normally is a Friday one, but whatever that we do in class, we do the same pen, because this one is very easy. So you will not create a new file.js for min-max average. Does the array have existing number? It could be anything, or it could be anything. So even if it's 50, 90, 60, 70, 50, it will return 50 anyway, because I want the number, not the position. So if it's repeated, no worries. Okay, can start. No, average is 50 times 90 plus 60 plus 70 divided by 4, for example. So that's an average. So 50 plus 90 plus 60 plus 70 divided by 4. That's an average. Total divided by, that's the sum, right? But the average is you have to put total. The one that you mentioned is sum, all right? Sum divided by how many items. Okay, so once you're ready, you can PM me. So this one should not be that long, but 15 minutes. 15 minutes, yeah, 15 minutes. So we just finished just nice at 7:30. House. Okay, well, ada yang cakap challenging, but actually this one is your homework lah, right? I did on the weekend kan, I show the homework. That's the video that I shared, right? It's part of Form 5 syllabus, so mid and max and average is part of Form 5 syllabus. Yeah, so this one is again if if you don't finish, if you don't know how to do it, then you continue the words, right? Yeah. All right, so let's say that I have an array, so var number array, right, equals to number array equals to, I don't know anything, 2 3 5 1 9 6 4 3 2. Okay, so I want to create a function, right? So function, I have not turned on my camera. Function min max average that will take an array as parameter, right? So function min max avg that will take an array as parameter. All right, so the easiest one is to get the average. All right, so the average is the sum of everything, and then you divide by the length, right? The sum of everything, and then you divide by the length, right? So that's average. So I will have somewhere over here, so var average equals to 0, right? How do I get the sum? I will add on all the number, right? So I will add on all the number. I know how to do that because I have shown to you how to list down all the number. Right, I have shown you how to list down all the number. But now, instead of list down, I want to add on the number. Right? So I have this. So what I'm going to do, I will go through this for loop. So for var I equals to 0, I smaller than arr.length, I plus plus. Then I will do var equals to I is equal to 0 for the mass. I will do I will have somewhere over here, so var sum equals to 0, right? Sum plus equals I, right? So by the end of this for loop, I will have the sum of all number. Right? So by the end of this for loop, I will have the sum of all number. How do you find the average from here? I will do average equals to sum divided by ARR dot length. Right, so once I do sum equals to ARR dot length, then I will have the average. Oh, ARRI, sorry, yeah, Joel just tell me something, yeah. So it's ARRI, sorry for confusion. Because I is the position, right? ARRI is the item in the position. So Joel correct me just now. Okay, so that's for average. I will show you one more thing, which is for min, and then from min, you will, from the code for min, you will try to get for max. I will show one more thing for min, and then from min, you will try to get the max.
So
Yes.
question.
Ah,
Why did you put var sum equal to 0?
because apa I nak tambahkan dia. I want to get I want to get the hasil tambah lah. Alright, I want to get the hasil tambah. Kan, kosong campur 3, 3. 0 plus 3, 3. Then I have sum equals to 3. Plus 5, 8. 8 plus 1, 9. 9 plus 9, 18. 18 plus 6, 24. 24 plus 4, 28. 28 plus 2, 30. Alright, I want to get that. I want to calculate it. So that's why I need to put a variable somewhere where I can put a sum. Faham tak? I need to save something, alright. So that become the counter, alright. So 3 plus 5 plus 1. So all this happen at sum. Okay. Okay, so that's for average. Now we do min, alright. Now we do min. So we do here var min equals to. I will start by the first one. I assume. So how do you do min? Kan? I assume the first one is the smallest one. Alright, I assume the first one is the smallest one. So var min equals to ARR 0. So that's number one. The step is I assume the first one is the smallest one. Then I will do the for loop. So for var I equals to 0, I smaller than ARR dot length I plus plus. So we compare if ARR I is smaller than min, then min equals to ARR I. Okay, I mean circle bracket, but other than that, should be fine. So that's how you find the mean. Alright, so you assume by that 3 is the smallest one. So you compare lah. 3 and 5, 3. So mean is 3. 3 and 1, 1. Alright, then mean is 1. 1 and 9, 1. Alright, 9 and 6, 1. 1 and 4, 1. 1 and 2, 1. Then mean is 1. Alright, so that's how the logic is. The mean store the value of the smallest item. Alright, start from 3. 3 and 5, so mean is still 3. 3 and 1, now mean is become 1. 1 and 9, mean is 1. 1 and 6, mean is 1. 1 and 4, mean is 1. 1 and 2, mean is 1. Okay, so for min, do you get it? Alright, so what should happen now? What should happen now? You will do somewhere over here, return min max min max average, but somewhere over here you will do var max equals to ARR 0. Right, you will do somewhere over here. If you do console dot log min max avg number array just now, at least for min and average it should work. So at least for min and average it should work, right? So that's how you test. Okay, I will just do like this. So this one is sum. All right, and then you continue with min and the test at the bottom. Right, so if you need me to go up down, then you don't need to worry. up, down, right? You just look here. But I think I put the arrangement wrong. I think the first one should come, the second one should come first. Alright, sorry, yeah. So this one should come first, then this one. Let's have a check. Alright, let's have a check. If you get the answer, I think no, I'm quite illegal. It has been max average. Did I do it correctly? Yeah, alamak, sorry, yeah. I have an extra curly bracket here and extra curly bracket here. So this should be the right susunan. Well, if not, I can just do document dot right. Document dot right. Okay. Well, I see lah. 134.28 something is the 4.28 something is the average. All right. 1 is the smallest one. 3 is wrong. 3 is the max. But the max, I want you to take another 5 to 10 minutes. All right, to do it. So to do it. All right. Not now lah. You go break and then you just add on 10 minutes to it. Then try to do the max part. Okay, any questions so far? Make sure that you get that kind of number. Alright. Console.log or ni dah sini. So this one is Amirul punya tu soalan buku teks lah. No lah. The correct answer is this the one that you see is actually buku teks punya jawapan. Because yeah lah, I was like, siapa yang buat buku teks ni? But I cannot change it lah. I cannot change it because let's say that they put there all big number kan, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, then it's still wrong, right? Let's say that all the number is negative, this code will be wrong, right? So that's but when I think you watch the video, when I'm explaining to students, I cannot change the textbooks. That's how they learn it. So let's say that the number is everything negative, everything is negative, then the code will be wrong already. Alright, so that's the one that Amirul did. Betul lah, alright, betul, but that's the buku teks punya jawapan. The correct way is using this. Alright, you always assume the first one is the smallest one, or you assume the first one is the biggest one. And sometimes also I do like to teach things that I know is wrong. Alright, so that's one thing. When I have to explain things that is wrong. Right? This is the correct code. Some people teach, I don't know, I saw somewhere some people teach prime number kan, you do 237 done, okay already. But that's wrong, right? You're gonna do 237. What if the number is 23 times 23? So that number is actually not a prime number. So some people say, okay, just do sampai 237 then confirm prime number. Some people I saw it in textbooks. Weh, mana boleh? Okay, share your code. Copy paste your code, I check. I think you don't have a return, eh? You're missing a return. I got return. Well, your code for the first thing that I see don't have a return, so that might be it. Yeah, the one that I'm highlighting, return min max average. Okay. Okay, so no problem. So just now I was talking, normally we have 20 minutes break plus 10 minutes. 8:15, 8:15. Some of you might have a longer break already. Question 10. Let's see. What's the error? No, the way you declare function need to have argument. See, the way I declare function. Open bracket ARR. Min max average, open bracket ARR. Depend if the number is the same. 3519642. If the number is different, then you have different number. Share your code. Share your code. I cannot guess. I think there's missing quite a missing curly bracket. So yeah, share your code. If not, I cannot see. So what was it? You're missing one more curly bracket here. So you're missing one more curly bracket after, before return. So before return, you have two curly bracket. You only have one. Okay. Anyone else? All right. If not, I see you at 8:50. See you at 8:50. Hey, so I give you some extra times, hoping that you got the answer. For Max, all right. For Max, some of you already PM me the answer, all right. But for the answer, I'm not saying that you not try. You might tak sempat ke apa. All right. So let's have a look. One, two, three. How many are we? One, two. Oh, Syamil dah masuk. That's okay. Syamil missed the first part. One, two.
Sorry sir, tadi saya baru balik kerja.
Okay. Takut tak faham je.
Tak apa. Nanti saya tengok recorded balik.
Alright.
Thank you sir.
Okay, this one is the same. Alright, same as min. Alright, same as min. Cuba terbalikkan dia. The statement you reverse it. Alright, just now you're talking about smaller than, but now you do bigger than. Alright, so for var I equals to 0, I smaller than arr dot length, right? I plus plus. So if arri is bigger than max, then max equals to arri. Right, so by doing it, then you get 194,194,285,714. So 1919. At least I check. 1, okay, 9, okay. Okay. Okay, so this one clear? Any question for this one? Okay, if there is no questions, we try to do one more questions from freecodecamp. All right, so is the next level questions. All right, so the next level questions. So the next level question is the one that you were supposed to do last Friday. Because I bagi discount kan. The one that you're supposed to do last Friday, which is this one. Return largest number is an array. Okay, try to understand it. Is kebat a little bit, alright? Ada challenge a little bit, but I think you might be able to understand. Yeah, so it's beyond beyond the outside the box a little bit, right? So this one outside the box a little bit. So you will have the thing is called largest of 4, right? The thing is called largest of 4. So you will have 4 arrays. You have an array which inside it we have another 4. It will have another array of 4. Okay. So it's an array with a sub-array. So for each of these, you have to return the largest number in the array. For each of it, you have to return the largest number in an array. So for example, this one will be 5, 27, 39, and 1001. Right. So for example, this one, the answer will be 27, 5, 39, 1001. All right. Have a look at it. All right. Have a look at it. There, the link. Can you can just open directly, right? It will open the question directly. So you just press the link, it will open directly to the question. Okay. So this one around 20 minutes. 20 minutes for anyone to come up with a proposal. I target 9 PM, we will do another thing. So, well, around 10 to 15 minutes for me to explain the questions, and then we will do another thing. Don't understand. Let's see. Is an array within an array? There is an array, all right? So it's an array. Inside an array, there's another array. There's another 4 arrays. So you see, it's an array of arrays. So you get the largest number among the sub array. All right. So you have 5, 27, 39, and 1001. All right. So in the end, it will become, for example, this one, in the end, it will become 27, 5, 39, 1001. All right. Okay. So, any ideas? You have an array inside an array. Right, you have an array inside an array. So how to go through an array? You do a for loop. Right, so you go through an array, you do a for loop. Right, so for I equals to 0, I small 1, 2, 3, 4, I small than 4, I plus plus. And now you go to this the big array, right? The big array. Then you will go to the small array, right? After you go to the big array, then you go to the small array. All right. So for var j equals to 0, j is smaller than 4, j plus plus. Okay, so now once I do that, I will create a max here. All right, so you pay attention here. I create a max here. So var max equals to ARR I 0. So same principle. So once I have that, right, so the first item, then I will do if ARR I J, right, is bigger than max, max equals to ARR I J. Right, this is similar to just now. I think the logic is similar, right? It's just the fact that now instead of having one array, you have two arrays, right? So that's the logic is similar, right? But instead of having one array, now you have two arrays. So what's your idea here? All right. What I'm going to do now, I will have var answers equals to empty array. Right. So var answers equals to empty array. So once I do that, I will do answers dot push max. Then return ARR answers. So that's the answer, right? Let me check, because if not you copy wrong thing. If I run it, it should work. All right. So what I want you to do now is to understand it, and if somebody can explain to me, then it's better, right? So that's the code. Try to understand it first. All right. Try to understand it. So the challenge now is an array inside an array, but the code is the same, right? The code is the same, almost the same. 60% is the same. Okay, so got it. Can array AIJ can do ARRIJ. No, you cannot do like that because this is a number, kan? This is a number, and then well, you can have a square bracket and a number lah. So basically you cannot do like that because I is a number. I is an integer, so you cannot do integer square bracket double quote. So this one is an array. This is an array. Then from that array, you will get another array. You don't understand about answers.pushmax. Can explain further because just now, all right, just now, okay, let's compare it just now, all right. Just now you return max, correct? Just now you return max, which means you return the largest number, right? But just now you only have one array, so that's why you can do return max. So I think you return something like this, right? But this code is here, right? Return max, right? Something like this, but the code is here, right? But now you return it as an array. So actually you have to refer like this, You return it as an array, right? It's no longer a number. You return it as an array. So every time, I found the max for each sub arrays, I will add it to my answers array. Alright, so this is my answers array. So every time I found the max for each sub arrays, I will add it to my answers array. So this is my answers array, and in the end, I return it. So that's it. That's it. Because now you have a sub arrays, an array of arrays. So that's why you add it inside your main array. Share me your code, then I check. My code works because I tried it just now. But if your code does not work, share with me your code. So if you want me to check your code, you share your code. But I'm putting it here if you want to try to look it for yourself. But if you want, basically, right? If there's a problem, it will tell you which line. For example, this one kan, unexpected. Well, it will not tell you which line, right? Because I need to know that it's line 13, but it will tell you, all right, something is missing. If I'm missing, sometimes it will tell you. Sometimes you will know. For example, this one, it will tell you, right, missing line 5. All right, so if you have an error over here, all right, you can just backtrack to that line. What do you var answers equals to z array for var I equals 0, I smaller than 4, I plus plus, var max equals to I 0. Okay, correct. For var j equals to 0. For var j got j smaller than 4, j plus plus. If arri j bigger than max, max equals to arri j. Tutup click bracket, answers dot push max. This one close this one. Cuba copy paste the code. I cannot see it from here. Copy paste the code. Is it because actually it should work because my question 4 also is eliminated. Well, our is the same. I cannot see it from here. When I copy paste it, I might be able to see it. When you copy paste it, I might be able to see it. Okay, why is it? So actually what I will do normally is I will just copy this thing, right? And then I put here, okay. That's how you can do, and then I do console.log, console.log bracket 25, 48, 21, -3. Itu ya, you. So something is wrong here. Something is wrong here because it's returning negative. It's returning 3 instead of -3. So where is it? 4, 5, 6. 4, J is smaller than ARIJ bigger than X. How how do you manage? How does it happen that 11, 23, 25, 12. Oh, this one you put I0. This is supposed to be ARR0, I0. No, when I do that, then I say. So your line 4 tu salah. It's supposed to be ARI0. You're missing an AR. I kena buka mata besar-besar baru nampak. Okay, so any other questions? Any other things that you are not sure? Okay. All right, so that's array. So that's array. So to recap, all right, to recap, you saw how to create an array. How to create an array. All right. After that, well, the important methods of an array. Important methods of an array. All right. Well, methods. I will just put it like a function because you have not know the word methods yet, so I just put important function of an array. So this includes can anyone recall anyone recaps, just put it on Slack. All right, what are the important methods? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, right? I want to say for Ashman, Ash also not here. All right, so for Shamil, can anyone recaps the important functions of an array? But the real word is methods. But can anyone recaps what we have seen without looking at the notes lah, right? Without looking at the notes, what are the important methods of an array? All right, so you have push, for example. All right, so one is push. So without looking at Shaman, tapi splice, right? Splice is actually kan tak apa, splice ni splice ni I padam je dulu, alright, because I just put it there because somebody asked just now, Raj asked kan. But if, alright, if for the basic you don't need to know, but along the way you might see. So I just now I show it because Raj asked, alright. So that's why I put it there. So how to get an item of an array? So push there, pop there. How to get an item? Okay. How to get an element from an array? And then there's another one. What is the large? All right, using so what is the large? I want to use of an array. How many elements in an array? How many elements in array? How many elements in an array? All right, so this one is dot length. All right, and then I say I say Joel put square bracket there. All right, Joel put. Right, Joel put square bracket there, and then I will just put index start with 0. All right. And then satu lagi is two-dimensional array. Okay, so that's for recap for array. Any other questions? Okay, I assume there is no questions. So the last thing for today, right? The last thing for today is also from the slide, right? From the slide. Well, I don't really. I will just open my Google Drive or something. Var question equals no question. You should. It's wrong. If it's true or false, you should use Boolean. So it's a Boolean, true or false. If no questions, curly bracket, then I go to the questions. Okay, so all right, the last topic for today is some common methods or in your data type. All right. So what is a method? I keep repeating the word method. So basically, method is a function. All right. So method is a function. For a certain case, it's going to be a function. But a method is basically a function. So a method is actually a function. So if I accidentally says method, all right, then it's actually a function. Right? There are some difference lah. There are some difference. It is called on an object. It is called on an object. For the moment, you don't need to worry what's an object yet. All right, you assume that a function that is called on your data type. So that's what a method is. Right. So kalau I terlepas cakap, if I accidentally say method, it's actually a function. All right. So this is what we call a string method. All right. Now that you know what is a method, string methods. These are the definition that I take from WP school. You baca. All right. But I like to do it. The exercise way. Right. I like to do it exercise way. So what you're going to do? You open back your code pen. Open back previous exercise. Finally, some methods, some important methods. Okay, I will do this. Create a string Asia Developer Academy. Actually, this is actually Industry 4.0 long nama lama, right? But don't tell people that I still have not changed it because it's not interesting. If I put Industry 4.0 Academy, you only have two words. Right? If I do like this, then I will have 3 words, so it's more interesting, right? So let's do this. So var new string equals to Asia Developer Academy, which is no longer there because it become Industry 4.0 Academy. Is a rebrand name. How many characters are there in this sentence, in this string? All right, so get the string length. Actually, I already give you the answer. Get the string length. How many characters are there? So I go up. Well, it returns the number of characters in the string. All right, you use dot length. So this one, if I do console dot log new string dot length, all right, I should get 22. Correct? 22 or something lah. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, including the space, or including the space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 lah, correct? I like memorize the exercise already, so this one is 22. Okay, next questions. All right, you try this. Try a few questions. All right, so question number 2 is change the word to uppercase all, change the word to lowercase, get the first E out, get the index of EV. All right, so you try to do this first 2, 3, 4, 5. The answer is inside the table while I'm trying to get a glass of water. All right, so you try number 2, 3, 4, 5 while I'm getting my glass of water. Okay, anyone got it? Change the word to uppercase. This one, number 2. So console.log new string dot to uppercase. Then you get everything on uppercase letter, right? Console.log new string dot to uppercase. You get everything in uppercase letters. Then we do console.log new string dot to lowercase, everything in small letter, right? Everything in small letter. Okay. Then what's the next questions? You guys already saturated it. Your limit is 3 hours 30 minutes. After that, everything quiet. Get the first E out. All right, get the first E out. Returns the character at the specific index. All right, return the character at the specific index. Dia macam square bracket just now. So let's say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first E, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be console.log new string.char at 6. Yes, it still works. So to answer your question, it still works. Okay, and then from there, we do get the index of EV. All right, just now you give an index, then you will get the alphabet. Now you give the character. All right, or the characters plus characters, in this case EV, right? Then you will get the index. So terbalik lah. So now you do new string dot index of. Nanti you tengok ni lah, you tengok the documentation, the table is explained lah, right? The thing is .ev. Yes, okay, 7. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kan? Start with 0, right? 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have to start with 6. I think you come from is it D out 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct. Maybe you type document dot write. Maybe you have 2 space or something, right? So maybe you have spaces, different thing. But yeah, if you type like me, if you type exactly like me, that is going to be 6. Okay. It will return the first. It will return the index of the first. That's the definition. The first occurrence. If you want it to be the last one, that is last index. So I think that's the questions. Get the last index of E, right? So it's last index of. So yang tengah-tengah tak boleh lah, yang tengah-tengah tak boleh. Then you have to do a for loop and everything. If you want to have all the index, you have to do the. That's a good exercise before tonight, before we leave, right? Get all the index of E. So see if you can do it or not. When you are solving problems, when you are solving pair of problems, kejap lagi not kejap lagi lah, right? Then for example, let's say that you are building, believe it or not, on the first week we do calculator, right? So we do the hexa binary calculator, converter, right? Converter. So if you are building this, you need to use some of the methods. Right, so if you're building this, then you have to use some of the methods already. All right, so that's an example. All right, this one you will do it somewhere on week 6 and week 7. How to translate this to this. This is like our first exercise. But most of it is yeah. When you are solving some of the problems, you need to do all this. So this is an example. This is an example. In order for you to create this, the only things that you don't know is just how to make these buttons work. That's what we're going to see tomorrow. And then how to get the item from the input. Right. This one I assume you know. It's called an input. It's part of your freecodecamp exercise. Other than that, you should be able to do this already. All right. You should be able to do it through logic. All right, through logic, you should be able to do this to make this kind of website. So this is an example of a website that will use some of the I think one or two of the things that we see just now. And then get developer out using substring, right? So what is a substring? Substring is returns character found between 2 index number where characters of the first number is included and the character for the last index is not included. Right, you have to understand correctly. So the first one is included. So D is included. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the last index is not included. So you have to you get the space punya index. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right, 5, 14. Yeah. So console.log new string substring 514. This one we do document.write lah. Nanti kalau you WhatsApp document.write. Okay. Okay. Lastly, separate the phrase word by word. All right, separate the space word by word using split. Split a string of object into an array of string by separating the string into substrings. Right, so that's how you use split. So console.log new string dot split by a space. All right, so this one split by a space. So this one is transform a string into an array. Split word by word. Okay, so this one okay. Okay, from there we go to numbers pula. All right, just now we're talking about string methods. Now it's numbers. But normally I want to give you exercise, but I think we just do the exercise tomorrow. So some important string methods. So this I added there. So this one is called some important numbers method. Okay. So this one, well, I think you only need to know one. You only need to know two for today, right? You only need to know two for this one. You just whenever you're free, you have a look. But I don't want to worry for I don't want you to worry it so much. So the important one is var number equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do. And then I will have var console.log. I will just document.write sometimes. Document.write number dot to precision 2. All right, another one is document.write number to fix 2. And then of course I think you know already, document.write in between. If you want to enter, I will do document.write br. So if I want to enter, I have to do this for document.write. All right. So one you have two precision, another one you have two fix. So what's the difference? So if you look at the definition, right? So if you open back your slide, or you can just open W3 Schools, because all this I take from W3 Schools. Look at the definition and see what's the difference. Correct. So one of it counts after decimal point, 1, 2. One of it counts before even the decimal point. Oh, it's 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, and you have 1, 2. All right. So what if I put 2 precision 1, then it will become the mathematic 1E or something. It's a scientific. You will get scientific things, right? Scientific. Or you get this. Sorry, if I put what I told you, 12.34, 12.34. Then I put 1 here. Then you get the E or something. So that's the thing. All right. But you well, you need to do this because we rarely do this. Okay, so that's 2 fix and 2 precision. I think you only need to know 2 fix lah. You only need to know 2 fix in case you have a long in case you have a long 12.1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to change to 12 or something. Then you need to know it. Okay, we have two more things. One more thing. Sorry, one more things. The last thing, all right? The last thing for to do is math, right? Just now you're talking about numbers. Now we're talking about math. Why you put in? I don't know. So this is two nearest integer. All right, two nearest integer. This is two higher integer. Right. This is two lower integer, and then there's another one, math dot random. All right, math dot random generate a random integer between 0 and 1. A random number between 0 and 1. So just now you saw two precision to fix, right? You just take the value, it did nothing, to prove that it did nothing. Kalau it just show lah, right? 12.6, 12.6. If oh is yeah. Let me try this 12.0. Oh, it's automatically, or it's automatically round it as well. So I was wrong just now. It is automatically round it as well. So now I'm going to do another one. So you have math console.log math.round number. Right. So this one math.round number. This one you see, this one is automatically rounding it, without needing to tell you how many position or anything. Then you have math.ceiling number, and then another one you have math.floor number. All right. So from the number 12.67, math.round will round to the nearest integer. So in this case, 13. So that's line 66. Bundarkan ke sar terdekat. Alright, so 12.67, it will round it to the nearest integer, which is 12.13 lah, right? 13. Math.ceiling will always take the higher integer. Math.ceil, because that ceil stands for ceiling, di atas. And then the lawan ceiling ialah floor. Alright, math.floor will take to the lowest integer. Alright, so lantai dia. So this one you should see 12. Right, so just this is 12. This one you see 13. Alright, this one is nearest integer. 13 nearest integer. Oops, check my phone down. Okay, any questions so far until this part? You only have 2 more lines of code, and then we are done for tonight. But it depends. the last line of code, how long will you take it to do it? All right, once you are done, you can save. All right, once you are done, you can save. You do console. I will do document dot right, document dot right, so that I can see with you as well. I know what happened with the thing. Document dot right br. This one I will do math dot random. So what math.random do is math.random will give you a random number between 0 and 1. Alright, so I press save. Alright, I refresh it. Then I will get another random number. So I refresh it. Then I will get another random number. But it's always between 0 and 1. It's always between 0 and 1. Okay, until here clear, everyone got it? Everyone became quiet after certain hours. Okay. Okay, if everyone got it, alright, if everyone got it, the last question of the day, then you can go back. Now you can go back, we can take out. So yes, just do console.log and I want return, alright, generate a random number between 1 and 100. Alright, so the function, so basically, right, if I want to elaborate more, let me elaborate, right, because I also want to finish early so that I can sleep and watch football at 3 tonight. So the function, right, math.random, all right, only generate, all right, a random number, all right, between 0 and 1. That's what it does. You cannot change it. You cannot change everything. So your job is using what you have learned, all right, generate a random number between 1 and 100. Right, using what you have learned so far. Generate a random integer. I have to specify integer. When I put the word integer means there is no decimal point. So integer means no decimal point. Tak ada digit tak ada digit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is an integer. Okay, 10 minutes to do that. And then by the time I give you the answer, it's already 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And then I think that's it. Okay. Choose one. Okay, so let's do it. It's very easy. All right. So if you want a random number between, well, if you get a random number between 0 and 1, remember that, like this one again, 0.30, what can you transfer it to? All right, you assume that this is 30. Yeah, you assume that it's 30. And once I refresh it, right, so I have another number here, 16. So I assume it's 16 or 17. All right, I assume that this number is actually 16 or 17. I transform it to become 16 or 17. This one, I transform it to become 44 or 45. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I will get from 0 to 1, but you transform it to become 10 or 11. All right, so how do you do it? You do up. Right, so how do you transform it? So you start by transforming it to 0 from 0.23 it become 20, yeah, right? So so you transform it to become like that first. All right, I think the number was 0.0045. Then it's become 4.5. Then, all right, then you bundarkan, all right, you round it, but you use math.ceiling. Right, you round up the number. Round up because I want from 1 to 100. So that's why I round up because I want it from 1 to 100. If I want 0 to 100, then I round down. This one I round up because I want 1 to 100. Right. So now I have 1. All right. Save it. Refresh. I will have 38. Refresh. I will have 96 and everything. I'm have to see. So I round up using ceiling lah. I round up using ceiling. As I'm saying, round up actually a ceiling. Okay, any questions? Math.floor can, but if you do math.floor, you will get 0 to 100. You will not get 1 to 100. The question is 1 to 100, right? So there's a difference to round up. You cannot use math.round. So tomorrow I give you one night. All of you think who can tell me why you cannot use math.round, right? So I'm not going to tell you now, all right? So just bring it home. So why you cannot use math.round? Why you cannot use math.round? Okay. So if anyone can do that, so tomorrow you let me know. Think, all right? Why you cannot use math.round? So the answer is no. You cannot use math.round, right? But why you cannot use math.round? Tomorrow you have 10 people in the class. One of you tell me why you cannot do it. Not why. Each of you guess lah, right? Each of you guess. We'll see who's the closest. Don't Google lah. Kalau Google is not interesting lah. Right? I'm not even sure the answer is in Google or not. But yeah, tomorrow you let me know why you cannot. Tomorrow everyone give a suggestion why you cannot use it like that. Okay, any questions? No need the source code, right? Everyone got it, right? No need the source code. Okay, so if not, I will see you tomorrow, right? I will see you tomorrow.